Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 back again for another Company of Heroes 2 commentary. This time, I'm doing a 3v3 on Face Off at Rostov. Yes, I know, Rostov. This is probably, I think, episode 30 of the, the Western Front's section of commentaries. And I've done Rostov quite a bit, but trust me, every time I play Rostov, it's either a really quick map or it's an amazing game, and this turned out to be another amazing game, so I really hope you guys enjoy. With me is my friend Tank Killer, and also, of course, GTA Cleveland, or aka Ryan, and on the enemy team we have Carell? Warren, I think? Anyway, I'm sorry, Big O, we'll say Kerr, Cat, Big, and then of course Ryan, Tank Killer, and myself. Now, of course, going back, can we make ourselves not purple? That would be great. I'm still trying to figure out this replay system. I do apologize about that. Yeah. But in any case, because I would love to not have them, of course, like, why is there no blue? I guess they just changed it. Whatever. Point of the matter is, here, let me switch it to the Observer HUD. There we go. That's a little bit better. And, wow, okay. Why is there two? Oh, there we go. So, of course, if we look here at our units, we're currently trying to push up with our forces, and I will have, yeah, we'll do Tank Killer. And then, yeah, there's me. So, Tank Killer's moving up. He's trying to take the mid. GTA Cleveland is pushing up on the right side. His main goal... Oh, wait, is that... No, sorry, Tank Killer's on the right. Oh my god, this replay system. Oh, Jesus. Anyway. I'm on the far left, at least. And as you can see here, they pushed up with their rear echelon troops. Because, of course, Kurel is pretty much the Soviet. And then Big O, which is this guy, is the only American player. Well, we only have one Wehrmacht player, so it's kind of mixed up. But anyway, he's going to capture this point and then pretty much close off this area. And his idea about it is to make sure, of course, we don't take the island, which we really don't make any attempt to take the island initially, because of the fact, like, the island is a capture point. What you need to do is capture these points because they give you munitions and fuel, and then connect that to your territory by capturing these subsequent capture points. Once you do that, you can then put down the fuel trucks for over commando, and then take these points and start draining the overall points. So anyway, switch back. Oh wow, okay. Sure, why not? I'm purple. There you go. I guess we'll just stick with this. Anyway, I haven't picked a Doctrine yet. I'm still trying to decide. I have my Stern Pioneers here. I'm trying to use my Curve Wagon to stop them from flanking, because a simple Pioneer, a simple squad of combat engineers can really mess a person up. Unfortunately, I fall back my Stern and oh my god, I can't talk today. Stern Pioneers, and unfortunately these riflemen and the other set of riflemen take it out because again they're double teaming. Oh, but anyway, move up a Stern Volksgrenadier. God damn, I cannot talk today. Volksgrenadier squad behind this barricade, try to push up and hold this line. My ally, however, is sending in his reinforcements, so we have, of course, GTA Ryan bringing up his MG to help out. We're laying down enough suppressive fire. And again, these weapons are actually pretty good medium range. They're not the best long range, but at least at medium range they can do some damage, especially for units being pinned. But as you can see, they are still pressing in. Luckily, I put my guys behind the heavy cover, which again will prevent them from moving up anymore, with the Kerbo Wagon providing suppressive fire. So again, I do have to thank Ryan for saving my butt and holding this small advance here. Luckily, we have Tank Killer here blocking this area up with his barbed wire. I should have done that, but unfortunately I lost my squad. He pushed up with a bunch of Pioneer squads, and oh okay, yeah, so he's making it 1 point. So the reason I guess that he went 3 squads is that way he can start putting up munitions points as fast as possible, while also helping out. Unfortunately, as you can see there, this Soviet player decided to go with the penal troops in the Special Rifle Command, which can level buildings instantly. So, and I've seen a lot more people use the penal troops because of the fact they don't want an MG in a building, so let's just make it throw it on and destroy the bunker or the MG. Also, they're really good at, if you, let's say, forget about your Kuba wagon, and let's say they throw it up there to kill the Kuba wagon, that's also a thing. Because you can see here, pretty much kills it. Essentially. It can't shoot, can't do anything, and then it dies. So anyway, I still have troops here trying to hold along with a Kuba wagon, trying to lay down some suppressing fire. Luckily, it's enough to kill, with my, of course, Volksgrenadiers there, enough to kill this and hold this front. He started to chase it, but I'm like, no, back up and just keep suppressing fire. Bringing up another Volksgrenadier squad to help with the front lines, and they're firing at me behind, so I'm just going to reposition this unit. They're slowly making their way in, as you can tell. It's a large fight over here, and we look over here. Tank Killer also did some nice stuff, I believe. He put some Tank Killer's mines. He put mines down, which is really, really nice. Because again, it prevents them from moving up. And of course, those are anti-tank mines, so they can't send, let's say, because the barbed wire he puts up is meant for blocking infantry, not against, let's say, more any type of vehicle. So a half-track or T-34 could easily get through it. But if you put mines on the ice, of course, they'll instantly go through, and hey, you don't have to worry. But as you can see here, they're already prepping an AT gun and multiple other forces to move in. They want to make sure they kill the Kuba wagon. Also, they don't get flanked. I'm not sure why he's not bringing it to the front lines, but hey, I don't really care. It gives us time. If we see Ryan here, he's moving up with multiple squads, trying to reinforce his front line. Tank Killer's scouting, but as you can see there, pretty much the conscripts are long range and are going to do a lot more than he can possibly. Oh wow, that thing did the groove. He did like a short little jig before he died. But in any case, they put mines here, and I saw that with my unit. So I went the Breakthrough Doctrine, which if we pop up here, the Breakthrough Doctrine allows pretty much these troops. These are Panzer Fusiliers, and they have amazing long-range, medium-range guns. They put mines here, of course, so that way, you know, when they set something here, oh wow, they're putting more mines that, of course, if I send a tank through, it'll blow up. We put that there because we don't want them to come through, so whatever. Anyway, with this long-range capability and my pretty much the double NG, they're going to have a really rough time sending in a bunch of infantry, which they do. And also, flak track. Now, except for the yellow guy's AT, which is all the way on the other side of the map, none of these units, except for this, which is now pinned and running away, have combined AT ability for long range, so my flak track is just going to destroy this infantry. Okay, and this guy needs to learn that there's too many mines. Like, I know this tactic, so I'm not going to go on the ice. I never go on the ice, unless it's my own territory. Which I've now been using to go on the enemy territory and place mines here, so that way they're like, oh, okay, it's safe, and then, of course, trick them. If we look at the other commanders, that way, of course, just me. Ryan went the Fortifications Doctrine, which gives him the pack, and a bunch of other fortifications, along with zeroing artillery, which is really, really nice. And again, if we look at zeroing artillery, attacks enemy, visible enemy units in a target area. So that's really cool. Joint operations, another pack 43, and of course I went the breakthrough so I can hit the Jagdtiger. Cure didn't really do anything. Cat is still will actually pick the shock rifle front lines, which is one of my favorite tactics to use, just because of the fact of the IS-2, the flame, incendiary barrage, very good overall. And then of course you have airborne company, which is very nice for the paratroopers, and the airstrike, which is very, very well known for the Axis for just destroying large groups of tanks. This P-47 rocket strafe is you want to make sure you have anti-air, you want to make sure that you hide your vehicles, because these things will come in and destroy every vehicle. Light vehicles easily, medium vehicles will pretty much get owned, and larger vehicles will still get most of their health knocked down. So as you can see here, they're pushing up with a huge conscript / penal battalion / shock troop attack, And it's just the sheer amount of forces combined with the MG that is going to just push back Ryan's offensive. Now, I have my units here just in case of an attack. Are they still placing mines? They are still placing mines over here. All that munitions. Again, I'm not going to go on the ice because, you know, I'm not that crazy. But anyway, I do have a Rack Warfare here along with some other forces. I'm going to move my flak track to help over here. Also, as you can see, I put this thing here. Why? In case they send a bunch of infantry this way and try to decap this point or try to decap these areas. Because again, you can easily decap like 2 points and cut off all pretty much supplies going through. This will at least stop them at this sector, and it will stop a flank from coming through. So anyway, I moved these units up. They're pretty much my Volksgrenadiers. And as you can see here, the AT gun, which I forgot to kill and didn't even notice, started an artillery barrage. Positive thing, I decapped this area, which they're still connected, but they are no longer getting fuel. So that's a short period amount of time where they, of course, don't have fuel. And as you can see here, they have Pathfinders with those rifles, which are great long range. They're similar to the Panzer Fusiliers with those types of rifles for long range capability. Oh, and then of course my flak truck comes in, set that down. All these troops running away, yeah, they're gonna have a hard time. Because they're gonna run right into my Kuba wagon and right into all these Panzer Fusiliers. So, yeah. Oh wow, I really expected me to kill at least one of them. Huh. I do put my flak truck here, that way it just suppresses all of them here. Because we see here, pretty much keeps front armor and protects the back from incoming fire. But in any case, they have another large rifleman squad moving up with a captain leading the way. It has double bazookas, which is great against vehicles, but they're not versing vehicles, they're versing a bunch of infantry. And then you have GTA's flak truck here, which is fantastic because this thing has that 20mm. Is it 20mm? I think. Well, anyway, it has the flak gun on it, similar to what I have. And my unit has what exactly would this thing be called? Okay, so these are the infantry units I like own. You kill the one there, killing the one there. Kind of feel bad. Yeah, kind of feel bad. Wait, what's this? Follow the targeting unit, maintain the unit. Oh, that's cool. So in any case, we've took some damage and they're reinforcing their lines. I believe they're calling a paratrooper or something. They're calling in more supplies here, pretty much. Either it could be paratrooper. Actually, let's see. Yeah, it's paratroopers. That's what I thought. We look at the other players. Yeah, Cure has a ton of forces. Again, I have a good bit, and so does Ryan, and oh, Tank Killer not so much. This guy already has a Katushka, and he has a Katushka pretty much firing on this sector because he realized why bring up a T-34 because we have a ton of AT along with the Volksgrenadiers and other things. So why not just Katushka all these forces I have here? Didn't do necessarily a lot, but hey, it did some damage to these units. And are they calling? Okay, so they're not deploying anywhere around here. At least I don't think. Where do those paratroopers come from? I mean, where they drop is... Anyway, so they called in a recon plane. Most likely through... No, not them. Oh, we call it a recon plane. I keep thinking red is enemy. And but anyway, yeah, we called in a recon plane. I'm moving in more Volksgrenadiers to help with a flank, decap their munitions point. Ryan is doing a really good job. He's pushing up, using the flak truck to his advantage to suppress the infantry, and then moving up and taking out these conscripts and hopefully trying to take out the AT. He doesn't want the AT too close because, of course, that would start taking out his flak truck, and he doesn't not want that. Not in the slightest. Tank Killer, as we see, is moving up a ton of Grenadiers. And oh look, Ryan has a Luke's. It's a light tank, really good against destroying infantry. Not so much against, I guess, normal units that are have heavier armor, so such as like a T-34 or something like a medium tank. Even the enemy like Stuart, it does a lot against the Luke's. So pretty much the Luke's is good against supporting against and destroying infantry. Against other armored vehicles, it's okay, but you definitely want to support it with infantry. It's not like a lone wolf type vehicle. Technically, no vehicle is. You want to make sure you support all units, even up to a King Tiger or Jagdtiger, because I've shown on other videos where you can just easily surround a Jagdtiger or King Tiger, because it only has one gun. And if you have 3 tanks or 3 separate guns, you can only fire at one of them. So it's 3 tanks firing at one bigger tank. So this thing is firing. Amazing physics, everybody. And just suppressing all the forces around here, which is fantastic. With all the infantry going down, they're going to have to keep their forces back, which is, again, great. Only problem, they have an AT gun, which the AT gun is going to focus on, yeah, this thing. And because it takes a while to, you know, desync and move, it's not going to get out of there in time. I'm moving up more forces, but that Katushka strike, and look at this, the incendiary barrage and all that is just destroying most of my guys. I have to fall back my Soldaten squad, which I believe makes it. Yep, it does. And look, oh, Su-85 now. So they are double teaming. This is definitely a coordinated effect. And luckily, the concentrate grenadier hits is at least putting about enough fire, along with the, I believe that's a mortar. But unfortunately, they're so crammed that pretty much 2 grenades wipes out pretty much both of them. My Stern Pioneer squad's here. I'm like, oh, this is bad. So I retreat it. Luckily, Ryan is here to save the day. Again, most of the north is under protection. They have some defenses here, but Ryan we'll focus on that later. He's doing this awesome flank, which with all of his AT forces now hitting that Su-85, and that MG's focus has to turn its direction to focus this way, and all their forces are now running from that Luke's, which is in the other direction. So they're going to slowly fall back with the Su-85. The Blizzard is hiding his approach, so he's able to move in his forces. And the Luke's is helping flank that AT gun, which again now has to turn itself. And with all that firepower, that thing does not have a chance. So in this case, Ryan... Oh boy, satchel charge. I don't think Ryan knows. Nope, he lost his squads. But they did leave their AT gun, and his Luke's is still okay, and they lost the entire offensive with the Katusha strikes and everything. We lost a lot of units, don't get me wrong, but we were able to sufficiently counter. The only downside is Yellow didn't move in. Yellow's still here, and he's still going to press, and he'll probably use the coverage of the Blizzard to retake munitions point and everything else. So it was both a positive and a negative. Luckily, we still have an MG here. One thing to note. Okay, so the world... Alright, won't tell me who put down this razor wire, but I can only assume it's the same Soviet player who put it down before. Yeah, so they put razor wire here, which is both good and bad. I've never seen it in this location before, and the only reason is because... let me explain. Usually, the Americans want to, like, because of this barrier here, close off here and close off here, and you essentially close off the city. Essentially. You put enough firepower in this area to keep them back, make sure they don't get up this way, and you barb that, and of course the Germans are pretty much tight-knit and are focused in this major bulk area. I've never really seen it where an allied player blocks this location, that way we don't come this way. But again, it could just be protection, that way they can move in troops here and not worry about a counterattack this way. But then also, of course, there's this sector, so if they really didn't want to come through here, they would block this. But then, of course, you have this entire control point that you kind of need. So it's weird. I'll just say that. Also, it's like perfect, because now the barbed wire's here. If they send infantry here, it just gets suppressed right here. So bazooka fire and stuff like that would probably miss at that range, and it would just get suppressed. So, yeah, go figure. So anyway, tank killer's making an assault at this location to try to take it. Nice rifle grenade taken out, and with that MG pretty much close to being dead, yeah, it's a good chance that that's going to fall. Unfortunately, incendiary barrage from, I believe, this guy. No, it's Kura. Oh wow, they went the same Doctrine. That's really surprising. Anyway, An AT gun unsupported will do you no good. Will pretty much do you no good because it takes so long to turn, and the Loose can just like run circles around this. So of course, GTA and oh wow, really? Oh, okay. They use the Su-85 to block the barbed wire that he put down earlier. Oh, that's funny. Well, in any case, no matter what happens, they're not going to move a ton of units through here, which is both good and bad. I kind of borrowed the MG42 that was here, put down the suppress, also ton of rocket forces. I'm actually moving this over here. I don't see that over there. I'm like, oh, okay, there's a Katushka. Let's go visit the Katushka. Also, I have a Panther moving in. I'm like, alright, there's the Katushka. I'm like, okay, did a hit. Did I kill it? I'm not sure. Oh no, they're attacking me. Focus over here. Luckily, Tank Killer's MG is already suppressing them, so I really don't have to worry about them too much. And my Soldaten is also suppressing, which is doing a great job. Panther's moving in to help suppress, and I'm moving 2 groups to attack here because I figured, oh, there's going to be a light force. This is not a light force. This is death by American standards. All this firepower hitting in that location is utter death. And one of my squads I lost, and now the rest are just pushing in. Oh, and they grabbed my Panzerschreck as well, so that's great. Luckily, Ryan is using the artillery to take out this guy's forces over here, and his Panther to defend the AT, with the, of course, the MG42 up top. One problem. So, yeah, the MG42 is great, but again, these are frontline tanks. They're good against fighting infantry, but maybe not. But the problem is, against so many infantry units, it's one shot, and unless they blob, which they kind of are doing, but not to an extent they could be. Like Tank Killer had 3 units in one spot. That's considered a blob. But like, oh wow, that thing is on fire. It's so close. It's like, help me. So anyway, I wanted to go search and be like, oh, is it anywhere near? But of course, I'm not going to go on the ice because I know there's mines. But then oh yeah, I spotted that thing and ran. I'm like, guys, they have an IS-2. Guys, they have an... So I'm like, okay, time to go help. So anyway, they're attacking here. They used the bazooka and Panzerschreck to destroy this. I don't know which one. Luckily, a nice little artillery strike will take him out here. And my Panther will do some damage over here. But again, it's a battle tank. It's not really going. It's not the best at taking out individual units unless it has that MG42. So I'm going to fall back here. Luckily, Redman's here to... Not Redman. Tank Killer's here to move in his troops and just push them back. Unfortunately, this thing just like one-shotted my... No, I retreated it. That's right. Because it was like almost dead. I'm like, okay, have to retreat. It's the only unit here, and versing an IS-2, it'll do a little bit, but I don't want to lose the unit. But if we look overall, they're doing pretty good. Let's see. This guy has a ton of munitions. No wonder they're trying to spend it on mines and other stuff. I mean, I'll give Cat credit. At least he's spending it on mines and other things. Instead, I mean, like, it could be useful if I didn't know about it, so good for him. But, again, that stuff he's not using with Incendiary Barrage, which, I don't know, could be useful at, like, this position. Or over here. Luckily, Ryan, we know about the IS-2, so he's blocking up certain areas. That way, when tanks come, they can't come through this way. It confines their space and makes it harder. I know they, of course, can go through a wall, and maybe they can come through here, but again, they're going to hit the explosive fuel tanks, and then also it helps a single area in which the tanks can be funneled through, which definitely helps. And look, this bunker has an MG42 and a Rackenwerfer. That's a great thing about it. And unfortunately, yeah, so Cat has moved an entire... pretty much all of his troops up here. Luckily, he's firing with his Su-85 long range. I have a Panther right here, but I can't really do all that much against that front line. Because again, they have all these units facing this direction. So what are you supposed to do? Well, me and Ryan found the answer. It's called flanking. to a high degree. And it literally involves flanking with Panthers up on a high ridge and just firing down, because we have a slight cover advantage while they don't. Also, we have our fronts facing them, they have their sides. Their IS-2 took some hits, and the Jackson over here, the Su-85 over here, supporting them, barely alive, have to fall back. Luckily, tank killers moving in and using Panzerfaust, killing this thing, and of course, Ryan's over here still engaging the IS-2 and all their units. I did a nice little artillery assault, which is going to fall back their units in this area, and pretty much funnel them this way. With them funneled through, Ryan and them can try to do a decisive blow, but unfortunately they get caught up by the other guys on the allied team and get pincered themselves. So it was a good offensive. We took out quite a bit of their units, but now we're going to have to fall back. The Lukes, by the way, has pretty good 16 kills and still alive, falling back. Luckily, the Luke's doing suppressive fire, doing a bit of damage. Unfortunately, he does lose it. Now Ryan is mad. He's going to move his forces and try to kill it. My guys here, I went to try and cap it. They did an incineration barrage, which I'm like, great, can't move up. So I'm trying to move up. Is this my guys? No, it's Ryan's. Where's my guys? Sorry, it's such a close color of purple. It's hard to tell sometimes. Anyway, I have my forces here. I have my Panthers back up and going after being healed. Again, the nice thing about using all these buildings, if you put two really close to each other, you can literally insta-heal vehicles. It's fantastic. But of course, now I have this thing up, and I'm also researched it for a retreat point. So now I can just retreat here, and they won't have to go too far, so I can keep them in the battle a lot longer. Similar to what the American guy's doing, I believe. Where's his? Oh, is he? Yeah, here's his forward recon point. And that Katyushka, man, that Katyushka's still alive. Luckily, we're recapping this point. They even put up some cover for us. How nice. I have my tank here guarding in case they flank, to at least give me the preliminary knowledge of, hey, they're coming through here, but they have to get through a tank, so it's going to take a bit of firepower to get through that. But, of course, they still have that with their IS-2 getting repaired, and also have that... Is that a 50 cal? Oh, it's a Dushka 12 points. Okay. Very nice. They have the Dushka on top, so yeah, that thing it turns into a killing machine. Unfortunately, even with all that, if you can see here, anti-tank, anti-tank, anti-tank. They don't have any Shermans or main frontline tanks. They just have anti-tanks, which is good and bad. They could be diversifying their forces. Jacksons and Su-85s are great long-range firepower, and then moving up a bunch of infantry for anti-infantry for sakes. But again, Sherman with explosive rounds would definitely do a lot of damage against, like, these Volksgrenadiers and Obersoldaten and all these other infantry forces, even, like, the AT forces, because, again, they do such explosive rounds, they do a lot of damage. Anyway, we're refocusing our tactics, moving up all sorts of stuff. Tank Killer now has 2 Panzer IVs ready to counter any advance. Panzer IVs are nice, and again, like I said, 1 gun, 2 separate guns. You can just keep going around and flanking it. Yes, probably 2 Panzer IVs won't be able to kill an IS-2, but it would at least cause some damage. Now, because of the incineration barrage, I have to fall back my units here, and I'll move up my Obersoldaten squad to deal with that. I don't know why I retreated that. I think it was a mess up. Anyway, so as you can see here, yeah, we're not doing very hot. We're down to 100 points in the first 20 minutes. So, essentially, you would probably call this game over. But, again, that's why we're trying to hold this point at all costs. I'm trying to do some quick motions, trying to capture this point, and make sure they don't cap it, because we can't lose any more points. We have to cap. So, luckily, these guys have such great armor, and also have the great rounds. I think they're MG42s. Yeah, I use this poisonous smoke, which pretty much kills infantry in the area and weakens their health down. It's really nice at hurting infantry. See, like there, it hurt one of the shock troops. But as you can see here, both Big and yeah, Kerr are both preparing for a large assault. They're pretty much trying to burn GTA out and then move the anti-tank forces in to kill any like Panthers or anything else in the area. Unfortunately for them, Ryan has a King Tiger. And yeah, don't get me wrong, they have a lot of AT forces. King Tiger has a really good front armor that, as long as you have that front pointing at an SU-85, the SU-85 is going to have a pretty hard time piercing it. And I still have my Panther here protecting, so if they move up with a lot of forces, I'll be able to counter. But as you can see here, they still have a ton of tanks, and they're slowly pressing in with their advance. And as we see here, we're pretty much getting close to level cap. Myself, not so much, until, you know, I focus. I think right now I'm saving up for, yeah, I'm saving up for a Jagdtiger. And there we go, I just purchased it. That pushed me up to 93, and then Kerr still needs some points. But overall, wow, okay, he's trying to find a vehicle, and he can probably call in that strike. But overall, it's pretty close. Not one side has more than the other. And I think this is prepping for a large assault. So 2 Panzers and a King Tiger roll up. Insta kill that Su-85. They're going to hide behind here. Now, of course, enter an Eastern Barrage here, so all their infantry gets burned. The Tiger, now they have 2 IS-2s and Su-85. I have to now move back because I know I'm like, okay, I'm dead. But now they're doing what the Jacksons and the Su-85 do best, long-range combat. Wow, that man flew. But just the scale of this battle, the IS-2s kill the Panther, King Tiger's in retreat, one of the Panzers died, the other one's half dead. And, oh, and like I said, those planes do a lot of damage. Luckily, they still can be shot down via the via the flak guns and the MG42 on top of this. So right now, 2 IS-2s are engaging the King Tiger. Luckily, AT forces are hurting him, and all of Tank Killer's forces are hitting him there. Unfortunately, they don't know I have a Jagdtiger moving up, which they're going to fall back. I get a rear shot, takes out half its health. So they don't know that they're being shot from behind. He's like, okay, fall back. Take it out. I move up another AT force here. Oh, great, physics. Physics, Company of Hero 2 physics, great. Anyway, we have tons of forces moving in. Luckily, the main infantry push here, even though they're burning, is still holding back all this. There's the Sherman I was talking about, doing quite a bit, helping out with the infantry. See what I mean? Doing quite a bit. Although I think it doesn't have armor-piercing rounds. But... oh no, it's high explosive, never mind. But I'm using long-range combat because my Jagdtiger can easily take out the Su-85. And then I move up with my infantry here, pushes back their own infantry, recap the mid. Yeah, unfortunately I think the other Panzer IV or something died. So there's that. And now the Panzer IV is versing a Sherman. Here's the thing though, usually, I think this is because they have high explosive rounds right now. If you look at the armor piercing rounds, the Sherman can most of the time beat the Panzer IV one-on-one. It's designed to. A Panther, of course, will easily take out a Sherman, except... Anyway, so if we switch back, I didn't take that much losses. We look on their side, they took quite a bit. But GG Ryan, wow, he lost. Yeah, he lost quite a bit. I think that's... yeah, he lost a lot of forces. Wait. Oh yeah, he lost his King Tiger. Yeah, yeah, that was I'm sorry. Oh, where's his King Tiger? Oh, he must have disassembled it right there. But again, we were like, okay, grab the fuel, because all these dead tanks are fuel for the Oberkommando West. Because again, Oberkommando West is a fuel-strapped army, so it takes a while to get the armor, but the armor's really good. That's the thing. I'm trying to cap here. I don't manage to, but hey, I'm still doing a good damage. And then of course the paratrooper come in, throw a grenade, does it quite a bit, and I retreat. Because I'm like, why fight? Two of us Sadat forces, one covering in case they come this way, one this way. That way we can focus if they do come in. I have a Sturm officer in the back, because of course if they come up with a bunch of infantry, I can tell him to do the this little thing, which is forced retreat. Telling them to retreat in case you saw that before. The rack and warfare here in case they bring up tanks, so I'll move up a little closer to the front lines. And I have Panzerwerfers right here. Now here's the thing, while my unit was, I guess, getting well, healed, and of course I fell him back, I didn't want them to move in like a bunch of Shermans, like tank destroyers, and just surround it. This way, they can't go behind me because of the building. Secondly, I put mines at these two central locations, so that way in case it's an infantry or something let's say a tank, they won't be able to, let's say, come over here or try to escape or flank me, because of course the mines will be here, meaning that they will be their engine will be destroyed, and then with that, we can hold off. I can instant kill whatever's left. Also, if we look at their Katyusha, up to 20 kills and 2 stars. So, yeah. Great for us. Tank killers still bring up Panzer IVs. I wish he put up some Panthers or something a little bit more harder hitting. But, hey, he helped us out, so I can't really complain. Yeah, GTA is just trying to refocus on his lines. He took a pretty bad beating, and right now, we look at points-wise, they have more points than we do. Like, they have more men on the field than we do. And as you can see here, the units are being repaired close to the front lines, and with the long-range capability, they're killing tank killers, Scout Panzer IV. Is that an ISU? Yep, that's an IS-2. So they have the American player has a few tanks here. Yeah, so they're prepping. They're prepping for another assault. We held them back, but they are still rearing for another fight. Now, of course, Ryan doesn't have enough points to get like a bunch of tanks, so he's like, alright, I'll get King Tiger. But Tank Killer, of course, he has a bunch of munitions. He used it on artillery piece, which you may have saw before. So he knows they're in this location. So literally, look at that shot. Instantly kills in a ton of the engineers. So yeah, shop to 19. So those who say artillery sucks, this is what artillery's for. Hitting strategic stationary positions, like an IS-2 that backed himself into a corner and not moving, and was healing himself and destroying like the engineers healing him. But of course now they do have multiple IS-2s, so we can't exactly say we were winning. They're just being delayed because it's a small loss for them just to lose an engineer squad. Oh yeah, and then the Katyusha is constantly firing, which is really annoying because I have to fall back that unit to get repaired. Luckily my units are getting like multi-starred now. Like this thing is 4-star, which is really awesome. And now what I'm doing here is booby trapping the area. So let's say they come here and they want to take it. The booby trap thing will make sure that their units will die before capturing the point, or at least they'll suffer a lot of damage. Now as we see here, this guy's probably going to save up for another IS-2. Hopefully he does, because he has enough points for it. Let's see what they have. Okay, so yellow has that. Okay, so multiple tanks here and a good overall force. Excuse me, and a lot of paratroopers with a lot of... are those bars? No, he isn't. They're LMGs, right? No. What are those? Get ready for action, gang. I'm so confused. Oh, they're the LMGs. Okay. Yeah. I thought they were like if they're not the bar, they're the LMG. But if they're... Oh, I forgot. You can instantly just buy it. Here's the thing I don't like. So, the thing I don't like about the Americans, I know they are like, oh, this is for better tactics. You have to run all the way back here and then buy it. I hate that. I truly do. I wish you could just unlock it. Like, you pay for it here to unlock it, and then you can just click on the unit and just like, oh, I don't know. That's a pet peeve of mine. So anyway, another assault begins, and we have a Stug. Again, tank killer's going more lighter armor, but he has more tanks. So against one IS-2, 3 units firing upon it. Let's see. Multiple bunkers with MG. Oh my god. Yeah, multiple bunkers with MGs, and the train cars protecting him from flank. Very smart. Unfortunately, you have the King Tiger. I still have my AT right there, and my Jagdtiger will move up to help him out. As you can see here, they're moving in a ton of infantry. Now, the main point of this is, my thing is a Jagdtiger. Jagdtiger is specifically a anti-tank vehicle. It's okay against units, but it's designed for killing tanks. Luckily, we have a pack right here. We'll do quite a bit, and we'll at least keep their armor out of the middle area. So, there we go. He has to fall back his Sherman, and I used the forced retreat to push him back so I can use my Overlook to take it. They are moving in multiple tanks for another counter-assault. The King Tiger's back with a vengeance. Unfortunately, multiple Panzers are down. I think that was my kill, because I started up. Anyway, we're kind of luring them into a... Let me explain. We were kind of luring them to like the trap where you have 3 tanks firing one. Issue, those planes came in, and as you see, those planes are going to do a lot of damage to our units. Oh! Oh my god, that was really cool. Again, you have to watch out for falling planes. I've had a whole squad being taken out by a falling plane. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So my Jagdtigers there doing quite a bit, hitting them quite a lot. They have the Su-85 doing long range. I don't know if he can see me or hit me. And he'll probably... Oh wow, tank killer, you really have to fall back that tank. But yeah, they're destroying all these bunkers. And then of course Ryan's just moving in his troops. Overall, Big didn't lose that much, but Cat lost. Cat lost quite a bit. He lost a lot of his infantry. He still has an IS-2, so that's positive, but yeah, he needs a wider range of units to win. Simply spamming IS-2s or King Tigers are not going to help you win a fight. So anyway, a cool shot. I just want to see the rifleman. Again, you don't want to keep your units there because you don't want to lose that unit. And he's really close to. He does call an incineration barrage here, which I have to retreat my Panzer Fusiliers. Another airstrike on the vehicles. He really wants them dead. Sorry, I love seeing the airstrikes. IS-2's in. But look at that, the amount of firepower that just hit that. Ridiculous. Oh wow. I don't know if they hit a squad or what, but goddamn, planes are falling from the sky. Then of course the flak they have to retreat all those forces. AT defenses. Yeah, so we're pretty much stationary right here. So as you can see here, what is he doing? Oh, he's built. Well, okay. I guess he's building minefields. Yeah, so those vehicles need repairs. Unfortunately, if you repair a vehicle while it's under that fire, there's a good chance that the units will die from that fire, because it won't just hit infantry. The vehicles, it'll hit infantry as well. So luckily we have a good position with the pack overhead and everything. They're moving in that goddamn Katushka, which has what exactly? How many kills? 24, but 2 stars still. They're moving in their tanks now, disjointed I should say. I mean, my Jagdtiger is still here. It can still do a lot of damage. But they're doing a direct strike with that Katushka. Very smart. Taking that out and killing Ryan's unit. Luckily, he has a stolen pack. Not pack, sorry. A divisional field gun from the Soviet side. So, yeah, watch out about that. Also, I got myself a field searchlight, which I'll bring in very shortly. My idea was that way we could see where they are and allow us to do strategic strikes for, let's say, like my artillery assault or maybe the light artillery. Know where they are, try to do a recon, hit them, or at least know where they are so we can hit them with the long range. Again, we have a pack here. 10 Kilo was kind enough to have that artillery piece, which now has 30 kills, by the way, so it's doing quite a bit. I think Ryan is going to be installing a pack 43 over here. I'm not 100% sure, but he's definitely rebuilding all the bunkers. But as of right now, my pretty much units are helping defend this area while everyone else is just licking their wounds and trying to repair. Tank killer still has a couple lighter tanks, but nothing really that substantial. Another incineration barrage trying to clear out the units. Doing quite a bit. I moved back my bulk grenadiers over here, which now become they get 5 stars. And if you're wondering what happens at 5 stars, yeah, this thing becomes really, really hard to kill, essentially. But we're still holding this point. They have an Su-85 moving up. I'm telling this thing to pretty much try to take that out. Tell this thing to retreat so you can't capture it. And now they're gonna have to fall back because this thing is anti-tank.
Combat promotion received.
Alright, now we can see with that infrared scope exactly what they have. I tried to move my Panther here to attack. Yeah, that didn't work. I fell into their own personal ambush. I'm like, okay, retreat. So the main thing is, we can't really push up because they have too many forces, but they can't push up because we have too many forces. So it's essentially a super long stalemate. Until it isn't, where I, let's say, lose my Panther, and they have enough infantry to come in and shred a lot of units, including my AT weapon. Luckily, we have a pack here, but as stated before, a pack is good against tanks, not infantry, so it's doing nothing against this. Oh, and then the airstrikes. So as pretty much seen there. Yeah, pretty much as seen here, that thing will just start circling and take out vehicles, and it's doing quite a bit. I don't know why they necessarily have this tank here. It's a flamethrower tank. Well, quite a lot of damage to that Panzer IV. So now I'm just like trying to hide here. And the reason I have this vehicle here is, let's say they come down this way, I can fire upon it. But yeah, I'm just moving on my forces trying to protect the pack. And then like, oh, I'll send a unit around. Again, those are my own mines. And I managed to sneak past these mines. I'm putting mines here in my own regard because I know they expect us to maybe go through here. But if they come through here, they'll have the same fate as I would if I was, you know, didn't know. So yeah, then they bring up a flamethrower tank and kill my unit, which gives them an MG-34. And essentially, with essentially all of the firepower they have here, it's basically just going to allow them to cap this point. Luckily, we do have artillery from this thing, 53 kills. I'm sorry, 33 kills coming in. Also, my Obel Sudan here are going to take out this flamethrower squad and capture the mid, or the middle island area. So yeah, we're pretty good that end. And the great thing is they have all these tanks, they still know they can't move up. They never did incineration barrage here. Oh, that Cleveland's King Tiger pushing up. And again, they can't move up because the pack will literally take them out if they cross that tiny little line. But they don't need it because the Su-85 gives them extra range. See, the Jackson was dumb. It moved up. It's now going to be fired upon. Very lucky. That thing is very lucky. So anyway, we captured this point. Good for us. Unfortunately, because of the barbed wire, I have to go all the way around. But hey, at least I capped it, which allows us to hold on for right now. Yeah, so we just ran in there with a Panzer IV. I'm not 100% sure what tactic he had, but he did that. Maybe giving us an idea of what the enemy had. Again, he should have probably upgraded Panthers. The Panzer IVs are nice. They're not going to hold up against an IS-2. So as you can see here, Pack 43 going up. And Katusha's strike going in, killing the Pack 43 there. But he has engineers right here which will heal it and reman it. I think that was my recon plane, which just crashed outside the battlefield. My Jagdtiger is now here, which again help push them back. And again, I tell them just focus on the vehicles. That's what you're good at. And yeah, it's doing just that. Unfortunately, they do the same thing we did earlier and use the height advantage. I don't know how that was a rear armor hit. Don't ask me. Bounce underneath, maybe. But again, I'm showing my front to him. Out of control. Did not work for them. Again, it helps when you have more than one vehicle up here. Oh, and by the way, packs up. So that could have helped. I move this thing back because I'm like, okay, this thing's taking way too many hits. Have to fall back to heal. Oh, and they recap this area, so kind of bad. But we recap this area, so pretty good for us. We recapped here, and the middle, of course, we recap, so we're still holding it. And the Pack 43 is in range, I think. Should be in range anyway. Unless he moved it again. Yep. So direct hit. He's moving up. He wants to kill that King Tiger. What the King Tiger is doing is pretty much just giving him sight range. They'll fire, maybe take away a few hits, but again, this thing's gonna still fall back. And even though this thing is just barely out of range at the Pack 43, King Tiger can easily take this thing out. I move my Jagdtiger up so he can come up this way, and Panzer IV is guarding the flank. So once again, we're pushing them back out of this area so we can recap this point. And then the Panzer IVs move in to do another decisive blow against these shock troops, because they are designed to take this unit out, not just here guarding just in case they come up here again. They still have quite a lot of units, so I wouldn't count them out just yet, but they are taking some serious damage while we still have quite a bit. But is it done? No, because they're doing long-range Su-85 fire on this tank. And they're going to turn that direction toward me. I'm sorry, the Cleveland's King Tiger. Oh, and remember the favorite thing in the world? Incendiary barrage strikes. Burning up all the infantry. This thing is so close to dying. Oh, wait. Yep, there it goes. Airstrike takes it out. And Ryan was mad when that thing got taken out. But luckily he still has his Pack 43 here, so he can hold back. But he does not have any tanks. 35 kill. Ooh. Oh yeah, they started doing rocket strike against my vehicles now. Forgot about that. And of course now this artillery piece is here, which will start focusing on their mainline infantry. Because again, we know they're here, so just keep hammering them while they're here. Again, Company of Heroes 2 physics. Go figure. Great hit long range. They're burning the troops, so can't heal, which kinda sucks. So I have to retreat some of my forces. Luckily, I'm still capturing this point, so we're still pretty good. We're still in the clear. Orion did lose quite a lot of manpower and overall unit caps, and they are slowly gaining theirs back. But so far, we're still in the better position. We brought them down from, like, we were at 100 and they were at 5 to now we're all almost even. So we just have to hold them back a little bit more. More Katyusha strikes, definitely doing a lot. Oh my god. And our main task force here is to just hold. We have to just hold that area along with the other, and we can just drain them dry. We've not lost wind to help try to take out some of those airstrikes when they come in. Panzer IV is guarding the. We'll move in to hit the flanks if need be. More artillery pounding their positions over in this area, I think. Oh, okay, here. Pretty much stopping them from pushing up, because of course they don't want to be hit by artillery. Pretty smart, block their path up here. Unfortunately, they still have all these tanks and they're preparing to move up. Because again, Ryan only has a couple bunkers. I mean, don't get me wrong, he has a Pack 43, but he doesn't really have any, how do I say this nicely? Like, main battle tank. He does have a Stuka now. After losing multiple King Tigers, he's like, I'm gonna get a Stuka to kill infantry. But he does have these 5-star units. So, I mean, that would definitely help him out when they send in a vehicle of some kind, let's say an Su-85. But not against a flame. But let's say against a flamethrower tank, not so much. Because the flamethrower tank will easily, you know, burn infantry quite a bit. Oh my god, nice already hit. Again, just, you don't want to blob up infantry, and that's what he's doing. He has all these troops so close to each other, one artillery shot will hit like multiple squads. Anyway, so Cat's moving up with shock troops. He's trying to take out my Panzer Fusiliers. Unfortunately, I can't really fight this. I'm moving up Soldaten squads to help, but I can't necessarily fight this right now. Oh wait, hold on. I think I am. No, I have no Soldaten squads. They died. Great. I lied to you. I'm sorry. Anyway, point of the matter is, I'm going to try to move up some infantry as soon as possible. Unfortunately for me, they kind of moved up with this, like, big strike here. Hold on. There we go, and the airstrike and everything kind of destroyed quite a bit of their forces. So, yeah. And now they're moving up this big armored advance. So, again, all these bunkers are going to fire, and they have AT in them, respectively. Ryan's just going to turn the pack and literally face them. Oh, and then I have, was that, no, yep, that's my King Tiger. So I got a King Tiger in the meantime to help flank, which is going to bottle them up into this, like, one kill corner. And they're going to have no idea what's hitting them. Right now, that pack has incredible range, still hitting them. So the point of the matter is, just that long-range fire, along with my King Tiger taking the brunt and giving him sight, was enough to hold back most of their armor. And they're going to do the stupid thing of, oh, let's move up. Pack still in range. Missed, and now it's out of sight. It's out of that area, I think. But it's going to probably push back once the Panzers move in, giving him the appearance of like, oh no, there's too many forces, and then that seals its fate. Oh wait, nope, he turned it. Ryan turned it, and it bounced. I moved back. Wondering why I moved back my King Tiger? I moved it back just because of the fact I wanted to keep it. I'm very conservative, as you can probably imagine. But hey, at least we killed the Su-85, and one of the Panzer IVs made it. Go back over here. We recap this point. We have enough forces to pretty much hold back these shock troops. Again, shock troops are not the all prime. Oh, and then they did this paradrop. Why in God's name you would ever, I'm sorry, why would you ever call on this thing? I don't know. Because you're essentially calling it into a war zone, and they still, like, will take a lot of damage if they're not protected when they drop. So, yeah. Not 100% sure. 47 kills. God dang it. He's getting a lot. Anyway, they recap this area just from the amount of firepower and all the bombs and everything hitting these locations. We have artillery raining down. Luckily, I just snuck around with my Mobile Sudan squads and just took it. I think that's me. Oh, that's Ryan. No, it's Ryan. I lost my Mobile Sudan squad. There's a piece of him. I forgot they blew up in this sector from both those mines. And that's where the Oswin shines, people. Just destroying infantry. And now we finally eclipse them in points. And we're just like trying to focus on infantry here to keep them back, while Ryan runs over here and tries to recap it. And using Stuka to hit that location. Misses everything, kind of scares the Sherman, you would think. But overall, their forces are kind of diminished. Big still has a lot of infantry units, but overall, we still have more than they do. And we're in a better position they are. There's their KV, and I'm sorry, well, it's a KV-8 with a flamethrower. I don't know why they moved it here. I guess to make sure they don't lose this point. And then the recapping here, try to bring us down a little bit more. They can't seem to catch a break. But again, it was a pretty close. It's pretty close overall. The sad part is they know they can't move their infantry, their tanks up because of all the AT and the Jagdtiger and the Pack 43 right here. They hold them back, so they can't move up their tanks. So they can only move infantry. But with this crosswind, they have to move up some serious AT, like actual AT guns, bazookas, something to actually hurt them. But now we're actually losing points. Luckily, we have double artillery holding them back right here. And yeah, Ryan and Tank Killer are just securing the area once again. Oh, with my King Tiger. Just like holding there just in case they attack. Jagdtiger's right here, once again holding back the IS-2. With the Pack 43 and my Jagdtiger, that thing's gonna run away. Katusha's firing. And taking out quite a bit. Again, hitting a lot of the mines and stuff. I think I'm gonna upgrade this very shortly. But anyway, it's just me guarding this point. And look at this, it's both under 50, so it's pretty close. Once again, trying to move up. They kill my Oval Sedan squad. Kind of bad for us, but they have nothing to kill the. They should have got their own ATs and stationed them right there. But in any case, they're trying to move the IS-2 once again. That's kind of going to be false because one shot from either our units will probably kill it. See, they forgot to replace the mines. They were so focused on putting mines, they forgot to put it down. They put a mine there, his Oswin would have went through. So, yeah. Also, something I do that he did not, put a mine over here in case you don't get flanked. Just saying. If you're going to copy my move, I'm just saying, you're going to do this mine trick. Mine also where the enemy could come up and flank you. Just saying. You just need one mine. It wouldn't be that much. And then becomes the most boring fight of the century. A KV-8 versus an Oswind. This thing doesn't have the firepower to pierce its thick armor, but the flamethrower doesn't have enough to do this. And he just doesn't switch to the 45mm gun because, you know, why would he? So literally just becomes an utter stalemate. They move up more. Katushka fire artillery trying to move up, but they don't have the infantry capacity or anything to really hurt me. And then I have 2 here providing support where it can. Luckily, my Jagdtiger is doing quite a bit. It's gotten 14 kills now, 3 stars. And the Stuka bombs will finish off the remaining infantry. For my Panzer Fusiliers doing quite a bit. Until they throw a grenade on it, to which they have to retreat it. Yeah. The artillery, man. 47 kills and 12 respectively. That's a lot. So, they're moving up a ton of troops here, trying to cap it. I think they're calling in, wow, okay, so they're burning here. And paratroopers in the back. That's risky. That's really risky, because one tree hit, you're done for. Luckily, my King Tiger doesn't care. It's going to take him out nonetheless. And they kind of burn the only way they can really get there. So those guys are just sent in to die, pretty much. They did capture this point, so they're not going down without a fight. They're just spamming infantry at this point. Okay, so we've been in this situation before. And we've been able to hold them back and capture at the very end. But it's difficult, I will say that. But the thing they never tried, here's the thing I always say. They never send like a bunch of IS-2s to come flank and kill all, like come through here and then come and take out these. They could have easily sent it and take out these, like again, our supply trucks. Or like cut us off in the back. That would have been huge. The problem is they're attacking us where we're most heavily defended. And we know it, so we just line our defenses up and wait for the slaughter. It's I know, look, I know, of course. Oh, there's another IS-2 coming in. Like, I know it's like people say you can't crack the German defensive line. It's really hard. Yeah, it's meant to be hard. It's meant to open up your eyes and be like, hey, flank here. Don't get me wrong, I put mines here because of course I'm paranoid. Maybe a few more than I needed, but still. King Tiger took out that unit. They're not moving up. They're pretty much done for. But anyway, just in case this thing ends in the nick of time, and I can't pull any of this stuff up, oh wait, hold on. There we go. My Jagdtiger got 27,000 worth of damage, 16 kills, and took over 6,000. Pretty good. Yeah, I lost a lot of Volksgrenadiers, and it killed 4 units. Overall, though, we did really well. 56,000 damage and 66,000 damage almost. And nearly 49,000 for Tank Killer. Tank Killer probably sent too many Panzer IVs, but again, even though he lost a lot of medium tanks, he didn't lose all that many units altogether. I lost the most, probably from just, you know, holding that middle point and having so many infantry battles going on. But yeah, I did the best during that game, although I did lose a lot of units, and kills-wise, that goes to Tank Killer. I'm actually curious how Tank Killer got so many kills, but anyway. Good for Tank Killer. They did pretty well. They all actually did really well. Cat was probably their best unit. Although Big, I am surprised, didn't get more points altogether. I'm surprised he got more deaths, honestly. Probably because he focused on infantry. But still, just like, wow. For the American player, usually Soviets lose more. But essentially, the time's going to run out. They're not going to be able to push up. We're going to be able to hold them back, and I would have used the instant retreat. And that's game. Essentially, Cat had nothing left, so yeah, there was no way they could have had a prolonged fight, where we still had a ton of troops left. But that's pretty much game. I hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, if you are versing a German, like in this type of situation, we have so many big, fat, heavy tanks. And yeah, don't get me wrong, he had a Panzer IV movement that he could have sent around. But instead of attacking all here, put up a defensive line here as the Americans and Soviets, just that we can't pour in, and then come around here and just mess up either our base. Like again, a bunch of IS-2s coming here attacking our base. It would take us a long time for us to come back here and heal this thing. Or even just coming around here and attacking us from a different angle. Again, all of our positions are here. Attacking us with infantry coming around this way probably would have been better. Infantry and a tank support. That way the pack would have to turn all the way around, and then they could easily kill this and have the infantry kill this in that short period of time. Anyway, that's just a suggestion to use. Also, you know, probably incinerate and actually hit valuable targets. So, for example, we kept hitting with artillery. Kind of recon that artillery, or, you know, use a paradrop here, and then just blow it up with your incendiary barrage, or pretty much any of Yeah, pretty much their incendiary barrage forces to kill this thing and render it useless. And then paratroopers can plant bombs to blow this up and maybe burn this thing to the ground. Again, it's a suggestion. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, this is episode 30, so hopefully I'll just keep continuing to make these. If you guys like watching them, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll quit talking and see you next time. How's that? Retreating toward your...
Can you guys see it on the map?
No.
Here it comes. Here it
Shit,
comes.
look at all that!
Oh my god.
Fuck, do you want me to... Hold on, I'm getting a freaking rack and warfer.
You're not stupid, dude. Holy fuck, man.
Agreed.
No, your pants are forward. Move it back.
I know. I'm moving it back.
Oh my god.
Don't scare me like that, you fuck.
I want to see... sorry, I was testing something.